All right, let's talk about something that drives pretty much every engineer and scientist nuts. It's that feeling, you know the one, when the answer you need is sitting right there in a data file on your computer, but you can't get to it. It's like hitting a brick wall. We're calling it the industrial data wall.
I mean, you've been there, right? You've got this crucial data set from a sensor, a machine, a test rig, whatever, and nothing. You can't open it, you can't plot it, you've hit that wall and your whole project just grinds to a complete stop.
And yep, here they are, the usual suspects. It's a whole rogues gallery of these weird, proprietary, complex formats. Each one is basically its own special lock on your data. And let's be honest, a lot of these were designed by hardware folks who probably weren't thinking about you, the person who has to actually analyze the stuff. So what happens? You end up stuck writing some painful custom script just to get inside. And this quote just it hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Think about it. A reliability engineer sees a pump that's about to fail. The why is probably locked inside that data, but they can't afford to waste 3 days writing and debugging a Python script. Every minute you spend wrestling with a file format is just money burning. It's inefficient. It's unsustainable. And seriously, there has to be a better way. Well, there is, and it's not about trying to smash through the wall with a sledgehammer. What if you just had the key? A single, purpose-built tool designed to do one thing: unlock your data instantly. And here it is. This is that key, the FSME Logic Data Ingestion Pipeline. Now, the really important thing to get here is that this is not some generic, do-everything kind of poorly tool. Nope, it's a specialist. It was built from the ground up to tackle these specific industrial and scientific formats, the ones that cause all the headaches. It's that simple. Its entire job is to be the key that gets your data unlocked so you can stop fighting with files and get back to the work you're actually supposed to be doing, the analysis. So let's break down the core philosophy here. First, it handles all the big offenders, HDF5, TDMS, the whole crew. Second, and I love this part, it's just a single .ext file. That's it. No installing Python, no fighting with dependencies. And third, and this is absolutely crucial, it is 100% offline for complete and total data security. So how does it actually pull this off? It looks super simple on the surface, and that's the point. But trust me, there's some seriously clever engineering going on under the hood to make it all feel so easy. Let's pop the hood and take a quick look. And you can see right here just how simple this is. It's basically a two-step process. First, you can inspect the file, take a peek inside and see the internal structure, all the channels, the data types. Then you hit one button, convert. That's it. No coding, no config files. You just get your data. Okay, now this is one of its superpowers. It's out-of-memory safe, and that is a huge deal. If you've ever tried to open a massive data file and just watched your computer grind to a halt and crash, you know this pain. This tool doesn't try to load everything at once. It processes the file in small, manageable chunks. So what does that mean for you? It means you could convert a massive 25-gigabyte file on a laptop that only has 4 gigs of RAM. It just works. And it's not just a dumb converter either. It has some real intelligence baked right in. It automatically figures out all those wacky timestamp formats: Unix, GPS, ISO 8601, you name it. It can even rebuild a time column for you if all you have is a start time and a sample rates. And this is so important for data integrity. It generates a cryptographic hash for every file it makes. Think of it like a digital fingerprint, so you can prove without a doubt that the data hasn't been touched. So when you put all these features together, you get to the real value proposition. This is not just about convenience. It's about making a choice for your organization that is smarter, way safer, and in the long run, a whole lot cheaper. This scenario right here gets to the absolute heart of the security problem. Seriously, if you're working in defense, aerospace, or critical infrastructure, you can't just upload your proprietary data to some random website converter. It's a non-starter. Data security isn't a nice-to-have, it's a fundamental requirement. And that is exactly why the offline-by-design approach is maybe its most powerful feature. It is built to make zero network calls, period. You can run it on a machine that's completely cut off from the internet, totally air-gapped. This means your sensitive proprietary operational data never, ever leaves your control. The security liability, it just vanishes. This comparison table really lays it all out. You've got your free tools, which aren't really free when you're paying an engineer's salary for days of debugging. Then you have the big, expensive enterprise suites, which are powerful but cost thousands of dollars per person every single year. Ouch! FSME Logic just nails that sweet spot. It's a single, one-time cost for a tool that's 100% secure and reliably handles those massive files. So what's the damage? Well, that's the best part. It's a one-time fee of $249. That's it. No subscriptions, no annual renewals. You buy it once, and you own that key forever. So let's just frame that choice really clearly. On one side, you have the recurring problem, wasting days of an expensive engineer's salary or paying thousands every year for software subscriptions. On the other side, you have a one-time solution that costs less than a few hours of that engineer's time and just solves the problem permanently. But look, just breaking through the data wall, that's not the end of the story. It's actually just the beginning. Think of this tool as the front door to a much deeper level of analysis and insight. Here's how that whole value chain works. Step 1, you use the client to get your clean, analysis-ready data. Step 2, that data becomes the perfect fuel for a higher-level service, like an FSME forensic audit. And that leads to Step 3, the real holy grail, using that analysis to actually predict equipment failures before they happen. And check this out. This is the clincher. The entire purchase price of the software gets credited back to you if you ever move forward with a forensic audit. This makes buying the tool a completely risk-free investment. You're not just buying a product, you're making a down payment on getting some serious answers from your data. So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. If your data is locked away in formats you can't use, it's not an asset, is it? It's a liability, one that's actively costing you time and money. A simple key can change that entire equation, turning that liability back into the incredibly valuable asset it was always meant to be.